internet, and welcome back to Squire Squad. Woo! We had to miss the last session due to some illnesses, but we're here and ready to go. Not going to say we're in tip-top shape because it's 2023. Who knows what shape anyone's in these days? But we are able to be on camera, and that's all we need. Um, let's see, you just watched our intro video, which tells you about what we are doing here on the channel. Um, our schedule should be pretty normal for the next few weeks. We've got yesterday we had Red Jenny, the Dragon Age RPG. Thursday we should be back with episode 2 of our new Elegance and Vigilance campaign, which is Good Society with some D&D thrown in. Then Saturday is our double feature of the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quintet, which is a D&D 5e Wild Beyond the Witchlight game. And then Saturday afternoons, evenings is Ward 47, which is the Parslings game. And then that takes us back around to Monday for more Dragon Age. And then opposite Tuesdays from this is Escape Velocity, our Stars Without Number game that David runs. Yeah, I think that's mostly it for channel stuff. You should follow us on the various social medias and join our Discord so that you know when we are doing things, either when we have to cancel a session or when impromptu stuff happens. Like I think it was this Sunday, sometime this weekend. Val and RJ did a Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Soul Link Nuzlocke stream. And for those of you who are unfamiliar, that means that they are both playing like the game at the same time, but like a Nuzlocke normally is like you only get one Pokemon per area, and if the Pokemon dies, it goes away. What a Soul Link game does is like, it's also they were playing these randomized, so that added even more chaos into it. But it's a Soul Link means that whatever they both picked for the starter, if one of their starters got knocked out, they both have to give it up, even if the other person's starter survived. Or like, the first Pokemon that they run into and catch. I think the first time that they did it, because spoilers, there is a wipe. Val got a Kricketot, which is just a little bug Pokemon, and RJ got Groudon, which is a legendary from the 3rd generation. And so yeah, and so it's silly and ridiculous, and seeing them try and make it work, because it's like, well, okay, Val doesn't want to use Kricketot, but RJ wants to use Groudon, and so how do they make that work together? So yeah, that VOD should be on our YouTube soon if it's not already. And then who knows when they'll do another stream of that, and so that's why you should join our Discord so that you know when we are doing silly things like that. I think that's it. So now let's go around and introduce ourselves. We will start with David.
All right, I'm David. You can find me here on Tuesday nights. As said, I run the opposite Tuesdays, and tonight I am playing Kevin, aka Paragon, the Legacy playbook.
I'm LB Hackemup. I'm here on Tuesdays, and I'm on my own channel on Fridays and Sundays and on things in between. But tonight, or this afternoon, I am playing Subrina, aka Corvid. She is the outsider.
I'm Wings, also known as Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. Today I'm playing as Chloe, also known as Hemlock, who is the Doomed playbook.
And then I'm Alex, OMG It's Some Guy on the Internet, on this channel Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then LB's channel on Sundays for the shenanigans there. I'm the GM for this game, so I am everyone that these three are not. And so let's get to it, starting with a recap. And I actually wrote like a very short, condensed recap for this episode. I know, surprise, surprise. So, previously on, because normally my recaps take a bajillion years, LB. Previously on Squire Squad, Kevin had spent some time trying to live up to Paragon's name, and Paragal seemingly threw him a little bit of a bone, telling him to take it easier and to make sure that he did it right, not to just try so hard because he thought that's what he had to do. Subrina's parents slash minders, Danae and Tyler, asked her what her plans are regarding her homeworld and the upcoming potential portal that CERN is working on. Possible wormhole back to Sabrina's home planet. And her parents asked, what she planned to do, if she would still keep in touch with them or not. And Sabrina reassured them that, of course, she would. They are still her parents, and that she, at least for now, doesn't really plan on leaving Earth. With school stuff, homecoming is fast approaching, and so the team figures out what they will be dressing up as for homecoming, which has the theme of masquerades and capers. And so lots of superhero shenanigans, people dressing up as such. And so they figured out what they would dress up as, and for those of them with dates, attempting to coordinate with their dates. Kevin, with his date of Anna Jones, captain of the lacrosse team, and her confidence to the point of assuredness that she will be in the homecoming court. And so Kevin will, of course, be in the homecoming court with her. That's off to a strong start, but Subrina is also campaigning for a spot in the homecoming court if she can swing it. Yosef, a member of the AV club, worked up the nerve with the support of his emotional support dog, the Professor Adorable. I should remember my own characters' names. It's it's a golden retriever.
He's just the
dog.
professor.
Yeah, everyone just calls him the professor.
Mm-hmm.
Worked up the nerve to ask Subrina as his date, and she agreed. Meanwhile, Chloe has been working on corsages and boutonnieres for everyone, throwing in a little bit of her own plant power magic into things. And she gave Yosef the tip of what Sabrina's favorite flowers were. Everyone then met up at Anna's parents' mansion, because it's not her mansion, it's her parents' mansion, for photos and such beforehand. And so that is where we left off, with all y'all at this mansion taking photos. Kevin, you are for the moment free of your date, as she is playing hostess to everyone. Subrina, you had checked in with Yosef, where both he and the professor were dressed up as one of your Squire colleagues, Umpteen. They were in different color variations of Umpteen, as were several other people here, because when your power is multiplying yourself, it makes for a great impromptu, uncoordinated group costume. So Kevin, if I recall, was dressed up as the Golden Duke, or in a suit reminiscent of the Golden Duke. And Anna has a dress in the vein of Omna. I had the note, or in my notes, Prismatic Dash is who Subrina was dressed up as, a rainbow-themed speedster with a form-fitting, shimmery, holographic outfit. I forget, because I know that you did go dress shopping with Danae and Tyler, but did you actually get this outfit, or is this just a Subrina homegrown special?
I think because we went shopping to get an idea for the homegrown.
Right.
It's part of my fur. It's part of my skin.
Yep. And so your outfit is probably a bit shinier than it might normally be, given your own power set. And Chloe has dressed up as Miles Birkenstock, the heir of the Birkenstock fortune, and a recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize for creating a device that establishes a pure empathic link between two people. And yeah, you met up with, as I said, your dates at the event, and then you had started to socialize with another person in the friend group with Anna and Yosef, Eve, who had wanted to ask Roz out to this, but Roz has had to leave Port Arbor for reasons that you all obviously know. But she did suggest that Eve dress up as Fragment before, as a not a parting gift. I don't know. It was her suggestion, and so Eve is here dressed as Fragment, which you all obviously get the irony of that. Um, but yeah, so here you are. There's still maybe 30 minutes to an hour of prep time waiting for others to arrive, because this is where you have been informed that there will just be a suite of Hummer limos taking you all to homecoming, which homecoming is at the school. It will be in the gym, but you know that the school tends to go not all out, but like 80% out in like transforming the gym and making it a place where you'll actually have a potentially enjoyable evening. As you would know from, I believe it was prom last year was still there, wherever it was that Jebri showed up and caused a bit of a ruckus. Yeah, is there anything you all would like to do as we have some time before heading to homecoming?
I kind of want to know how what's Kevin's date's name?
Anna Jones.
Anna. How is Anna interacting with Kevin? I want to make sure she's right for him and not just like using him because he's pretty now.
Yeah. Let's see. I think this might be a pierce the mask roll. When you pierce someone's mask to see the person beneath, roll plus mundane, and you get to ask some questions. You're muted, LB.
I'm gonna click that real soon.
We are all waiting on Tinterhooks for it.
Oh, that's not me. Who's LB Knight?
That's the character from your one shot.
Oh yeah. Oh right. Okay, sorry. I'm going to pierce the mask. Here I go. -1.
Okay. So that is a miss.
God, I'm so
you get to mark potential. Yeah, for the folks at home, that is a 4.
A
You rolled
4.
decently, but you do have that -1, as you said. So let's see. This one, yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to get to ask a question, but what I will say happens is like, as you are like paying attention to Anna and like, for the most part, as I said before, she is still playing hostess and like welcoming new people as they arrive, checking in with, the whole lacrosse team is here, so she's checking in with them and such. But she does make a point of coming back over, finding Kevin, and just checking in with you, Kevin, and making sure you're all set, enjoying some of the snacks. And she stops every time she comes over for like a minute of conversation with whoever you happen to be with. But Subrina, you notice that every time she is looking back at you a fair amount as well. As much as you are like keeping an eye on her, it seems like almost every time that you go looking for her, she's already looking your way as well.
She's gonna lean over to Chloe and just go, is Anna like, is she looking at you too? Is she still looking at me?
No, she's not looking at me because I'm not looking at her.
I don't think that's how it works.
Chloe looks at her.
Is Anna looking at Subrina still?
Yeah, I will say that you see Anna is looking over towards your group, but once like you look her way as well, and as Sabrina like pointedly stops looking at her, that Anna quickly turns back to whichever group she's with and rejoins them in conversation, but spares you a few sidelong glances still.
I mean, the way that it does work is that if you keep on looking at somebody, they eventually notice. And then they're going to start looking at you and start thinking, are they looking at me?
So I should stop looking at her?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
Or, be a little more subtle about it. Like, for instance, I can see pretty much anybody in this water pitcher over here. Reflective surface. It's curved. You can see anything in the room.
You're like a spy.
Something like that?
Sounds right. Okay, I guess I'll just... Are you excited about tonight?
Yeah, sure. Are you?
Yeah. I like dances. It makes me feel more normal, you know?
Yeah, I guess so.
Typical teenage stuff. Not the world hanging in the balance.
Yeah, I guess that is pretty nice. Not have to worry about the big things for once.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you're gonna get that kiss tonight?
Do you think I'm gonna get that kiss tonight?
Do you want that kiss tonight?
No, it's just genuinely asking.
Oh, I mean, maybe. I don't want to pressure you into anything, but I am having my fingers crossed.
You want another soda?
Yeah! Mountain
Like-
Dew! Mountain Dew!
She reaches into her pocket and she's got like several. You can hear them clinking in there. She just pulls one out for you.
Wow! Thanks.
I think Eve had like stepped away to talk to some other people, but comes back over and says, "Oh yeah, that's probably a good call. I know that Anna," and like steps closer and brings her voice down a bit. "I know that Anna prepared at least one of the punch bowls," and like points to, because again, I think you all are mostly spending your time in the big garage where there are snacks and stuff laid out. At least one of the punch bowls has been spiked, but she wouldn't even tell me which one. So
Oh, I'm not allowed to have alcohol.
I mean, none of us are. We're all under 21, but
Yeah, but it doesn't agree with my physiology. I'm allergic.
oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, no, that is that's unfortunate, I guess. But also, we're all too young to have it anyway, and like looks around to see if any of the like parents are listening in.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if that's something you all wanted to try, you could, go looking around for the spiked punch.
Okay.
I'm gonna be sticking to. I know that this one like points to a specific one. I know that one's good, so I'm gonna stick with that one.
Cool. You look great, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I mean it was a little bit tricky to get this together, and I know it's not as good as the real fragments, but Roz seemed very excited at the idea of me dressing up as this, and I guess with me being a fencer and Fragment does some swordplay stuff as well. It
Totes.
makes sense.
Yeah. Better than the Mouseketeer, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't even know how I would do like a fake snout thing.
Yeah, and like doing that little like dot on your nose and the fake whiskers, it never looks as good as you think it's gonna.
Yeah. But thank you, and I mean you look very nice as well. I mean, look at us, we're both kind of rainbowy.
Yeah. Do you know when our pictures are gonna come up, or?
Oh, actually, and like looks out towards Anna, and you see that Anna is like getting the lacrosse team together for photos right now. There's not really a like set order to these, so it's just wander on over, I guess, if you want your picture.
Oh, okay.
I know that since you're going with Yosef, Anna is probably going to, insist on the two of you getting a photo together.
Yeah. The
But-
three of us, you mean? With the
Right,
professor.
yep, of course, yeah. Of course, the professor. How could I forget? But yeah, so just head on over if y'all want to get your pictures taken.
Kevin! Okay, thanks, bye! Kevin! Chloe, come on!
What are we doing?
Pictures. Do you want to do a picture? Just the three of us?
Sure. Yeah, we already have them from your place, right?
Well, yeah,
you
but like
wanna do
this,
'em here too.
they have a
Yeah,
professional
they
photographer
do
here.
have like a professional photographer and like light set up, and even though the mansion itself is very picturesque, there's also like a green screen that's been set up.
Just realized my background is still stars without numbers.
Kevin's in space!
No.
Oh no! He tried to see if he could breathe in space.
There you go.
The green screen talk made me.
Well, think of it this way, Kevin. You get it done now, then you have a good excuse to not take any more pictures for the rest of the night.
I suspect I'm going to be at a few more pictures, just by the nature of who I'm going to the dance with.
You know that there will be like another photo booth at homecoming. I mean, they gotta have the the stereotypical like standing in front of each other, clasped together. At least the opportunity for that one.
Yeah, but that one's going to be completely swamped by everybody else in the school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. We can go.
Okay. Alright. She stands next to Anna as Anna's directing things. Just
Hi, Sabrina.
Hi.
Yeah. If I haven't said it yet, you look amazing.
thanks, you do too!
Thank you. And she like kind of moves her shoulders in a way that makes the cape that she has for Omna.
Gold is really your color. You're definitely a summer.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say.
Can we do a picture with just the three of us?
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course. I think, let's see. Kind of grabs a clipboard off a table near the photographer. You'll be up in like 2 more groups, okay?
Okay. Do you need punch or anything? You seem like you're working hard. Or soda? We have soda.
Oh, some punch would be great. Thank you.
Cool. Okay. Kevin, you want to grab her some punch?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Alright. You'll
Did I-
wander off with Chloe.
How much conversations have I heard? Am I aware with super senses which punch is spiked and which one is not? Because I'm gonna not get spiked punch if I can.
Yeah, before I forget, Anna does kind of offer Sabrina you a bit more of a genuine smile when you like remind Kevin that he should be getting it for her. But let's see. I think this will be, if you're using your powers to try and do this, I think this will be an unleash your powers roll to extend your senses. Okay, mixed success. I think this means we're gonna have to just do a random dice roll to decide, because if it was a success, you would have gotten non-spiked. If it was a failure, you would have gotten spiked. So now, I'll give you 1 in 4 odds of it being spiked. So roll a d4. I've decided if it's a 1, it's spiked. If it's anything else, it's not spiked. Okay, cool.
All
You
right.
grab non-spiked punch. You're good. So you bring it back over to Anna, as she is currently trying to organize some members of the soccer team. Oh, yes. Hi, Kevin. Thank you. You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Oh, it's busy, busy, busy. I'm sorry I can't be, with you more. And like his put hand on your shoulder. But once we're at the dance, you'll have a lot more of me. I know that with the homecoming stuff, they're going to be, I mean, they'll be separating us as well. It's got a whole bunch of activities. Um, but
Yeah, no,
yes.
is there anything I can do to help? I probably should ask that earlier.
Oh, and you see she's about to start just being like, oh, don't worry about it. But then she does stop and consider. Um, yes, actually. If you could, um, and like hands you the clipboard of the photo sign up, and just if you could, go around and ask people if they, check to see if they've already gotten their photos taken. But if they haven't, if you could ask if people want to, because we did pay a lot of money for this photographer, so we want to make sure that we get our money's worth for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then of
All
course
right.
you and I will be getting a photo, and you see that she like has scribbled just the two of you in for a slot later on.
Okay, cool. So I'll start right after the group photo with Sabrina and Chloe then, and then I'll.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, soon enough, it is time for the three of you to get your photo. Any poses or anything you want to do, or is it just a nice friend group photo?
We all do the traditional pose of whatever superhero we're dressed up as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is.
Yep.
Yeah. Mine is like one hand in the pocket and then just like
Doing like the standard like
Just remember Hector and
Yeah.
do your best Hector impression. Yeah, so it's great, it's wonderful. And then yeah, next up we'll get Sabrina and Yosef and Professor. Yosef is very shy about it, and he's like unsure if he should hover hand you or what. And then the professor like gives a soft bark and like stands up on his hind legs and like pushes the two of you together so that he actually like ends up with his arm like around your shoulder for the photo.
Aww, cute. Sabrina does two peace signs, and then the next picture she just is hugging for the professor and giving him kisses on the cheek.
Yeah, it's very cute.
Mm.
Chloe, are there any specific photos you want to try and get, or was the one with the group enough for you?
the one with the group is plenty for Chloe. In fact, whilst Kevin and Subrina are distracted with photos, she's gonna just kind of survey the room a little bit and see what the turnout is for her dogwood blossoms.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's I think a decent number. We can. It can be as many as you want it to be, essentially.
All right. She's just kind of like counting in her head, doing math.
All right. Yeah.
Slinks to the wall.
Yep. And yeah, at this point, you're just checking on those, not doing anything with them just yet.
Not yet. We're not even at homecoming yet.
Yep. Yeah. So I think after the photos go on for a little while because a fair number of people here. And then you get people being like, oh wait, but can we do this photo? And soon enough, it is time for you see the limos start coming down the driveway to pick you all up. And so Anna will find you, Kevin, and be like, okay, it's time to go. Let's just let's get everyone in the limos. And excuse me, everyone, and like gets everyone's attention. The limos are here. It's just find room in an open limo. They're all going to the same place, except for the fourth one. That's going to Vegas. I'm kidding. No, that's so far away. It wouldn't get there, tonight. All right, it's time to go to homecoming. Yeah, you're all able to. Yeah, lots of cheers. Some people more genuinely excited than others. You see, a small group that maybe found the spiked punch bowl on purpose. Yeah, and so you all start getting in the limos, and inside they are party limos. So the strip lighting all along the top and the bottom. Some heavy bass music in the seating area. You see places where there would be mini bars, but they have been, cleaned out of anything alcoholic, of course, because y'all are under the drinking age. But yeah, unless there are any specific shenanigans y'all want to get up to in the buses, we can just get you all to school for homecoming. All right. A short drive over, and you all are back at school on a Saturday, which usually not where you want to be on a Saturday, but leading from the street up into the school is actually like a full. They've got a red carpet laid out. They've got those balloon arches. You see a couple of your teachers are dressed up in like very cheesy, corny superhero outfits, like the ones that you would, like a Superman onesie kind of quality. They are not nearly as, for the most part, they are not wearing like suits and dresses that are reminiscent of superheroes themselves. So, they're there to be, embrace their role as, oh, I'm just a teacher. Kind of thing. But you start once you get inside the school, because you're still going in through the front gates, or front doors, the red carpet continues inside, but the inside has also been transformed as well. You see that like plastered over some of the lockers are like the Port Arbor skyline and silhouettes, and you can see various small superheroes drawn out, either leaping from rooftop to rooftop or flying through the air. As you go, you actually see like your group in like on one rooftop. You see a miniature. They've still got Chrysalis because he's had a longer presence in the city than Paragon has, but it's Chrysalis and Hemlock and Corvid. And then you also see some of your other friends as well. You see an Ego and a Hector, a Golden Duke.
Flint.
Yep, Flint and Etheria and Reverb. Yeah, you see them. And you see that there are some like very cartoony versions of the villains that some of you all are doing battle with. So you see that there is a Ratscallion fighting a Mouseketeer at one point, and that's actually like done on the they've drawn the school itself, because that happened to y'all last year here. You wonder maybe like, how did that one get approved? That could be potentially traumatizing to some people, but it ended up being fine. You see that there is a Kai Jr. in by the beach. Yeah, and just various exploits that you yourselves have taken part in and that you've heard various other squires and knights and paladins have participated in. Yeah, and it's just as you continue through the hallways to the gym and the music gets louder, you see, more and more of these scenes, until you get to the gym itself. Or sorry, in the like you turn one more corner to get to the hallway to the gym, and here it is, almost unrecognizable from the school. They have brought in a bunch of like flat screen TVs almost that are like lining the hallways, and these are showing like actual video clips of various super heroics from the history of Port Arbor. So you've got starting, at the furthest from the gym, you've got some of the oldest footage of superheroes in the city, and as you get closer, it gets more and more recent. You see that maybe one of the stream or one of the TVs actually has VODs from Reverb streams playing. And yeah, it's just they just cycle through if you take a moment, because at this point, like, because now it's everyone trying to get in, it is a bit more of a, okay, you're waiting in line with your date trying to approach. And yeah, so yeah, Kevin, you and Anna would be at the front as she kind of leads her whole entourage from her house, and she will point out the various things and just be oohing and awing at some of them, and pointing out, ooh, look, there's Athenas, and you see like a clip from when Athenas, just before she took over the paladins here, as she is like doing battle against the technomancer, who is the leader of the Whisper villainous technology-based group who can control technology as they see fit. And she is like springing into action and avoiding, he's torn down power lines and is using them as tendrils and things like that. And it's it's a very famous battle, and is sort of what cemented Athena's position before or like into taking over the paladins here. And so Anna seems to be a big fan of her. Subrina, as you and Yosef wander along, he points out that he seems to be a fan of Umberjack, who you all had briefly met one time, but is a lumberjack themed hero who also has shadow powers, and seems to be a fan of just how beefy Umberjack is.
Oh yeah, like his forearms are like the size of my torso.
I know, right? And then when he goes full on Paul Bunyan and like brings in his shadow walks.
Oh my gosh, it's so cool. From the videos. So cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, I forgot to ask, are you a dancer, or do you want to just like hang out, or?
Oh,
I mean, I'm gonna dance, but you don't have to dance if you don't want to.
Yeah, no, a dance, some dancing would be nice. Yeah. Yeah, but maybe if we stick to the edges of the crowd, just because I don't want to be too in the middle of things. It's right. A bit harder for the professor to be there.
Oh yeah, I could carry him if he's comfortable with that. Abaddon's high.
Maybe. Hi, Abaddon. She's headbutting the microphone.
No, that's your brother. Leave him alone, please. I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Some dancing would be good.
Okay.
And then Chloe, as you enter, you find yourself kind of next to Eve, and she is pointing out some of her own favorite heroes. But I should be asking you, who do you have a favorite hero, or maybe even a villain? I know we're not supposed to like the villains, but as long as they're not really hurting anyone.
Kind of dressed as him.
Oh, yeah, right, of course. Yeah, I guess maybe I could have taken the hint that maybe you don't go into all the super heroics.
Well, a lot of people would dress as somebody that it would be easy to dress as. But no, I'm one of the rare situations where the easy outfit is actually my favorite hero. Who's your favorite hero?
Oh, I mean, I gotta say, I mean, I do like, why can't I remember my own characters' names? I
There's a
gotta,
lot of them.
yep, what is, gosh dang name, the strong bunny man? Is it Banicules?
Banicula?
Well, because he's like Hercules, but a bunny. Hopcules. Thank you, chat.
Hopcules.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I gotta say, I love big strong guy, but he's just got the little cottontail. It's, it just does it
Yes.
for me.
As far as Lagomorphs go, he's pretty cool. I just can never remember his name.
Yeah, I know when he first showed up, one of his first appearances, if you remember, it was nighttime, and people thought that he was Buniculin, like a vampire bunny, something or other. And then he had to be like, no, look at me, I'm out in the daylight, like I'm fine. It was a little bit of a PR mess for him, but he got it sorted out.
Sure did. Like sips her soda.
Yep. And yeah, soon enough, you all are able to make your way inside the gym. Trying to decide order of things here. As you all like go and check in, like, so starting with Anna and Kevin, you show up, you sign in, and just like, okay, yes, you both are in the final runnings for homecoming court. So, and they give you like an extra bracelet on your arm that is like shimmery and gold. I mean, they're just like the little, festival bracelets, like the paper ones that you can tear off later. But yeah, so we will be checking in with you throughout the evening, asking you to go up on the stage and, some of the things, we don't want to let you prepare too much, but, you'll be asked to answer some questions or play some games. But otherwise, enjoy the evening.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. And Sabrina, as you check in, they stop you and say, Sabrina, you made it as well. You're in the final tally.
I'm sorry, I thought they were talking to Subrina last time. She wouldn't do that. They were talking to her. Oh my god, really?
Yeah. And so give you the same spiel, and Yosef is like also very excited for you. Wow, I didn't know that. I knew that you were popular, and such, but I didn't. No, don't say it. That's can't make that sound right.
You're so funny.
Thank you. Congratulations. I hope you win.
Thank you.
And then yeah, as you all make your way inside, you see again the gym is transformed. It is like you would hardly even recognize that this is a gymnasium. Like the floor has been completely covered by you suspect there's a tarp under there, but there is also like carpeting except for the the hardwood dance floor section. The bleachers are on one side, they are up against the wall, and there's more flat screen TVs. Right now they're still showing more of the super heroics. And then the bleachers on the other side are actually out a bit and available as seating and spread throughout the area. You know, you've got the standing tables for people to congregate at, and yeah, along the bleacher wall that has the TVs is the the refreshments tables and such. And yeah, you see that there is a DJ up on the stage who is dressed up as a superhero, Sir Sonic, who usually partners with another superhero, Lady Lightning. But Sir Sonic just has like outfit is very reminiscent of speakers and boom boxes. And you can tell that his is, the DJ's is most just like a cardboard box painted to look like it. But the idea is there. And he is, playing some music for people as they wander in. No one's really out on the dance floor yet, but you see, some people at their tables are kind of bopping to the beat. Yeah, so you all wander in. Anything specific you would like to do before homecoming really kicks off this evening?
I'm going to ask Chloe if she'll dance with me just once on a fast or slow song, her choice.
All right, you get one.
Yes. Will you tell me when it's time?
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin, do you want to dance?
When asked this, I'm assuming I'm like right with Anna.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I'm sure a dance is fine.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. We're not glued at the hip or anything, of course. Yeah, no, that, of course.
Okay. Oh wait, okay, so hold on, wait. In the lore of the universe that we are the school, what the school knows, Kevin in bug form do they know that Kevin hatched?
Yes, they know that this is the same Kevin.
Yeah. Okay, so they know that people know that we've been friends for forever. It's not like, this new person came in and now we're best friends and old Kevin's gone.
Yeah.
Also named Kevin.
Also named Kevin. Don't worry about it. Cool. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go get some punch. And then I'm probably gonna be on the dance floor for most of the time. Okay, bye.
Oh, I think before Subrina leaves, I noticed the bracelet. You're in the homecoming court? Yeah.
We get to go play games together. Try not to sound too excited because Chloe's right there. It's gonna be great. I hope that you guys win.
Yeah, good luck.
That's very, very kind of you to say, Subrina. Good luck to you too.
Thanks. Okay, punch, bye.
Yeah, I know that was just random happen chance, but the music just like the track ended right then. It was the perfect awkward silence.
Yeah, I guess. What's the music playing now? Is it supposed to be dancing now? You said no one's really dancing right now.
Yeah, I mean it's dance-y music, but it's more that people are still filtering in, and so the dance floor would be very empty, and you all are still teenagers, and probably a lot of people are self-conscious and wouldn't want to be the first ones on the dance floor.
I might to Anna, just you might have to help me out with what the protocol is on this. I didn't exactly do a lot of dancing at the dances before.
Right, of course. Yeah, no, so, usually, we're still within the first half hour. People are going to be filtering in. Some people might wander onto the dance floor, but no one's going to go into the middle until, things
Subrina
really
goes
kick
into
off.
the middle.
Well, does she stop there and dance or just to get to the
Oh
the
yeah,
dance
no,
floor?
she's like, she has a thing of punch in her hand. The music is going, and she like makes eyes with Yosef, and is like in the middle of the dance floor. And if he doesn't come up, she is okay. She's just doing her own thing.
Yeah. Those of you who are still at the side, you see Yosef kind of blanch a little bit, and he's like, "Oh no, oh no!" But then the professor, once more puts a paw on his leg. Yosef looks down, and's like, "No, no, you're right. Um, Allons-y." And like, we'll go with Professor out onto the dance floor with and join you, Subrina. And so Anna sees this like mid explanations, like, well, okay, wasn't really expecting that, but we'll see where that goes. They're still gonna have one of the teachers come on at one point and officially welcome us to homecoming, and then from there, yeah, it's they alternate between mostly fast dances, some slow dances, and then yeah, they'll have some breaks every so often to ask those of us in the homecoming court running to come up on stage and either answer some questions or play some simple games.
Well, while Sabrina's up on the dance floor, I want to initiate Operation Underdog.
All right.
And Chloe's gonna like go off into the like corner somewhere where she's least likely to be noticed, and she's going to use her powers to reach out to the dogwood blossoms.
All right. Yeah, at this point, you're able to feel a connection to the various dogwood blossoms here. It's a fair number of people. Like some people, not everyone got them, but it is at least half the crowd, probably.
All right. I would like to impress the idea that it looks super fun to go and dance with Subrina right now.
Okay, that is not quite the music that I thought it would be. I meant to try and find better dance music before this. I did not. So let's.
This is great. Wait.
Sure. Yeah, we'll stick with this for now. Yeah. So Chloe, I think this will be an Unleash Your Powers roll, to see how much you are able to influence others to do this.
I'm gonna do it. Here I go. Holy butts.
Okay, that's currently a 6. I gotta remember to add 1 to your team pool for the start of the session. But also, I don't know how we could narratively justify someone else on the team helping you out for this, because you did do this fairly secretly.
But Sabrina's such a good dancer. Look at her go.
I mean, if y'all want to spend a team from the pool for that, we can bump this up to a mixed
I'm
success.
okay with that.
All right. So yeah.
I mean, there's also a rule where you can spend team selfishly, right?
That is correct, yeah. That would be in, I think it's Influence 2? No. Influence 3? No. Where? Oh, no. Duh. Spending team selfishly in the team pool section.
It doesn't seem to raise your roll at all. It just
Right,
changes the label that you
labels.
roll with.
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, you can say that Subrina being one of the first ones out on the dance floor is enough to bump this up if you all want to spend that team.
It's
Or
up
you
to
can
you
take the
guys.
potential.
I'll take the potential because it gives me here's my argument. It gives me an excuse to use more dire circumstances or to be more serious about it.
Sure. So for now, you're reaching out and you think that maybe it's something like people are still filtering in, and so there isn't enough concentration of the pollen from enough of the flowers in here just yet. I will say what does happen though is that the people who were partaking of the spiked punch in the group they were able to not fake their way in, but like pretend that they weren't drunk when they were getting checked in. But once they are in, they see that Sabrina's gone out dancing and just like, whoa, dancing! And like a small group goes out and joins. Don't get very many other people joining the dance floor just yet. As you imagine, most people are still like filtering in and getting refreshments and establishing where their tables are going to be for the evening and such. In a little bit after that, one of the teachers you see walks up to the DJ on the stage and motions to them, and DJ lowers the volume of the music. Oops, that's too low. Rather than teacher, this is your principal, who I don't know if I've ever given them a name, so we'll just refer to them as the principal. Hello, everyone, and welcome to homecoming. And there's polite applause. Yeah, one of the drunk people was like, "What? I see that some of you are very excited. Yes, well, this will be a fun evening. We've got plenty of, lots of good music. We've got refreshments over there. Of course, the fire exits are there, and there. And we will be having some homecoming court festivities throughout the evening. Those of you, you will be able to cast your votes for who you think should be the homecoming royalty this evening over there, and like indicates, and like a brief spotlight appears over a table in the corner where there's a couple of teachers with basically a voting booth and slips of paper. You'll be able to cast several votes tonight, once after each of the homecoming court activities. We also have a photographer over there, photo booth over there, and just goes on and explains some of the various other amenities that are available this evening. And well, with all that said, welcome to I was about to try and come up with a year, and we have been playing in a very nebulous year, so there's microphone feedback as they say the year. There's homecoming!
Woo!
All right, and I'll turn things back over to Sir Sonic. And doesn't get quite the reaction they were hoping for, but the DJ once again turns the music up. And homecoming is now officially started, and more people flood the dance floor. I think that's probably a good place for us to take our break before we get into homecoming proper. So we are going to step away, grab some water, grab a snack, take meds, whatever, stretch, all that good stuff. We will be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So see you real soon. Welcome back, Internet. We are refreshed and ready to go, and I hope you are as well. If you're watching this on YouTube in the future, you were able to just pause it and, come back whenever you're ready. Those of us living in the present, well, past for you, time's weird. We are at its mercies and could not just pause indefinitely until we were ready to go. But we're ready, and we're back, and continuing with Homecoming. So, for the first, little while, it's just music and dancing. They don't do any of the Homecoming stuff just yet. They're letting people enjoy themselves, have a good high school dance. So Kevin, Anna checks with you if you would like to dance with her.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Just kind of follow my lead. It's okay if you just kind of bop. So you were saying that you haven't really danced before.
Well, I've been practicing a little bit in the lead up to this, but I just my coordination's fine.
Cool. Yeah, it'll be fine. And we'll just kind of lead you out, take you by the hand onto the dance floor, and just sort of certainly with the two of you combined, your presence kind of allows you to part a little bit. It's not like, oh, now you're in the middle of a dance circle, but you're able to easily get onto the dance floor without having to squeeze through the crowd.
Okay.
Subrina, at about this time, Yosef has either asked that you two move to the edge of the dance floor so the professor can still participate, or to excuse himself.
No, if you want to go sit down, please don't. You could do that. That's okay.
I'm having a good time dancing, but I just want to,
Yeah.
Looks over towards where some of the drunk people are and's making sure they're not getting too close to and step on the professor or anything.
We excuse push our way through to the edge.
Yep. So y'all are dancing. Chloe, do you ever venture onto the dance floor of your own accord?
She's waiting for her moment.
Cool. You will see, you see Eve is kind of dancing with some of the other fencing team people. They're just kind of there in a group. Some of them are, together, but, having enough fun out there on their own. And we'll say that about 20 minutes in, once again, you see a teacher come up onto the stage and motion to the DJ to quiet the music. All right, everyone, it is time for the first of our homecoming court activities. As a reminder, you will be able to cast your vote in that corner, and they will, have the list of candidates there. And we hope that you will give everyone a fair consideration. Anyway, if I could please have all the finalists for the homecoming court come up to stage. And so Kevin, you and Anna make your way up. Subrina, Yosef, it's just I'm gonna be over here, but good luck. You'll do great. And so you all make your way up onto stage. And there are at this point 6 of you. So Kevin, Anna, Subrina are half of them. You see that there is one of the members of the football team is up there. It's the school quarterback. I was about to call him Jimothy, but no, Jimothy's already a person. And then I was going to say Jarnathan, but no, that's Um, we'll just call
Tyler.
him Jonathan.
Nope. Nope. Sorry.
Tyler's already a name.
Kyle.
Kyle. Chat Jonathan is from the D&D movie. But okay, so Kyle is the quarterback. There is who else would have made it into the finals? There is the
Was it Eve?
Eve is on the fencing team, yeah.
No, what's
the finalist?
What was the non-binary? Jade,
but they graduated last year.
Oh, right.
Yep. Yeah, Jade is off in college now.
Doing their best.
Yep. One of the other finalists is the leader of the debate team. Her name is... I know that names on the spot are my weakness, and yet I still don't plan them ahead of time.
Kimberly.
This is Kimberly, thank you. This is a flaw of mine as a GM that will not be improved upon. So we've got you three, Jonathan, Kimberly, and then who would be another finalist? What is like in the social consciousness enough, but I'm trying not to just be like the
Wally.
Wally, but what was Wally do around school?
Wally is in theater.
Yeah, Wally is in the theater club, and Wally's one of the good eggs who does both acting and theater tech. They're a rare package. So yeah, it is the six of you up on stage, and like at this point there's the music is just at a low level behind, and some people, there's still a big crowd on the dance floor just because that's the best way to see the stage, but you see some people have taken this as the break that it is meant to be and like stepped to the tables, grabbed refreshments, etc. And so the MC comes around to all of you and is going to start with Wally, and say, now this first round of questions is going to ask you to imagine yourselves in the shoes of a superhero yourself. You don't necessarily have to imagine yourself as a paladin, but our first question for you this evening is, if you could have a superpower, what would it be and why? I'll give you all a moment to think about it. But Wally, we are going to start with you. And so hands Wally the microphone. And you see Wally is kind of looking back and forth a little bit, clearly thinking about it before striking a pose as they come to their senses, and they say that if I could have any superpower, it would be to communicate in any language. And I would use that to help connect the people of the world together better. And you see there's some polite applause, and the MC's like, all right, very noble. Not necessarily one of the showiest superpowers, but I like where your head's at. Thank you. Goes to Kimberly next. Same question, and Kimberly says, if I could have any superpower, it would be super strength. Everyone thinks that because I'm in the debate club, I just only, it's all about the mind and being clever with my words, but sometimes it would be nice to be able to just lift a semi-truck. And there's, some more applause. Going over to Kyle? I already forgot his name.
Yes,
Kyle,
Kyle.
the quarterback. And Kyle says, I would want to have super speed. I would win every football game that way. And, the football team, of course, is cheering wildly for him. And the MC says, well, I don't know that you'd have to compete in the super league with a power like that. And then continues on. All right, Subrina, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
If I could have any superpower, it would be to talk to plants, because plant conservation is very important, and flowers are really pretty and they make people happy.
Well spoken as a member of the gardening club.
Thanks.
There's some applause. All right, Kevin, you're next. What superpower would you have and why?
It has to be matter manipulation, right? It's objectively the best power, and you can do things like solve world hunger with it. So
There's, still the polite applause. Some people seem a little bit confused about what that actually means. Obviously, you didn't get a chance to super in-depth explain it, but you see some people are like, some nods in the crowd from people are like, oh shit, yeah, that would be like the best one. All right, yeah, very versatile power there. Anna, what about you? And she says, well, as you can see, I have dressed up as the best superhero already, so if I could have any power, it would be Amna's powers, which is very similar to matter manipulation, essentially, but her set is energy manipulation. And I would just want to do what Amna does and save the world. And there's, the lacrosse team applauds, and given that she is also the last one, there's kind of everyone's applauding now because yay, it's done. And then she says, well, thank you all to our finalists. You can return to the dance floor, and remember, everyone, please go cast your votes and back to the dancing. And we'll return with our next game in 15 minutes. And as the MC leads the stage and the music turns back up, you see that there is actually you think it's maybe some of the underclassmen theater tech crew are starting to bring some things out onto the stage for the next activity. But you all are ushered back off the stage. And as you go down the steps and back into the crowd, Anna goes to you, Kevin, just, wow, that was a very smart answer. It's wow. And in a more genuine way than I just conveyed there.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. It's one of those, I don't know, I feel like I probably thought about it too much, if I had a superpower kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I absolutely get it. It would be a great power to have. It's, well, hopefully the people in the crowd understood it well enough to get it, but I think that you chose you had one of the best answers.
Right. Obviously, I think you did pretty good too there in terms of crowd liking it and stuff.
Yes, well, I certainly dressed to impress.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't even think about going with the Golden Dukes. I was so focused on just one power. I don't know.
It's fine. There will be at least a few more of these things throughout the night. But for now, do you want to go grab some drinks and snacks?
Yeah, sure. I want to also, while we're going that way, I want to look back to the stage and X-ray vision and see what the heck these people are setting up.
Okay, you don't necessarily need X-ray vision. It's just they're doing it in the low light behind the DJ. They've turned up the bright lights to kind of obscure what's happening back there. And you see them moving out some, whatchamacallit, it looks like a little bit taller than a person, about 4 feet wide, maybe like 2 feet deep, some kind of big, boxy, rectangular thing.
Huh.
Yeah, you see them moving that out there, and like they wheel it out and then like secure it in place, and then bring out a table, and that seems to have some kind of lumpy shapes on them. You can't quite tell what it is. If you would like to use superpowers to try and get a better sense, this will be an Unleash Your Powers roll.
Absolutely. Da-da-da. Good. Okay, mixed success.
Okay. So I guess you have the option to mark a condition, or I'll just give you like a less clear answer for it being unstable or temporary.
Yeah, no less clear. Marking condition.
Yeah. It is. You gather that this is going to be some kind of mildly physical activity, just in the sense of like it's not going to be ask a question and give an answer kind of thing, but it is going to be more of some task that you all are asked to do and will be judged according to that.
Okay. But yeah, on the way, I'll kind of be like, so probably the next one's going to be more of a like an actual challenge, like do something challenge, not a question. I'm guessing.
You see that she kind of thinks about that. Yeah, no, that would make sense. Because they do want to keep it interesting. Yeah. I don't know what it'll be. I mean, I've heard about some of the past homecomings, but they try and change it up every year. So your guess is as good as mine.
I don't know. I've never seen this part. They don't portray this part on like TV shows, so I don't know what it'll be.
This isn't really. I think this is something really only our school does, but everyone seems to love it, so they keep doing it.
Got it. All right. Yeah, I'll just go back and small talk and punch.
Yep. Subrina, as you make your way off stage, Yosef and the professor are waiting for you. You did a really good job up there.
Thanks. I kind of panicked and I thought of I love plants though.
Yeah, I thought it was a great answer, and I mean you're very cute when you panic, and then realizes like those words left his mouth. Shall we get punch?
Sure. I was gonna go talk to Chloe real quick. I'll meet you over there, okay?
Sure. Yeah, I'll grab some and find a spot at a table.
Okay. Chloe slides over.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, did you hear my answer?
Yeah, I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
I kind of panicked because I didn't want to say my actual powers, and then all I could think about was my powers, and then Kevin's powers, and then your powers, and I was like,
I was a little worried about that, but yeah, I feel like a few people removed is good enough.
Good. Just hope nobody asks me about plants, because I don't actually know anything about them.
Well, that would be the point of powers, right?
Yeah. Yes, but also we're in the gardening club. I'm supposed to know something. Right?
I'll tell you a secret. Most people in most clubs have no idea what they're doing.
Oh, good. Because we don't actually do anything. I don't know if you know this.
Maybe you don't.
Yeah, that's what, me and Kevin, we don't do anything.
We as a group, we do not do anything. You're right.
Are you having fun?
Oodles. Are you?
I think so.
How many more of these things are there?
Don't know. I don't remember from last year.
Well, I'll have you jumping through hoops next.
I hope not.
Takes notes, jump through hoops. You are fairly confident it would not be that physical, given that some of the contestants are in dresses and stuff that is less conducive to that level of physical activity.
Do it, girls. Still up for that dance later?
Of course. Have you decided what you want it to be?
Yeah, just waiting for whatever moves me.
Okay. Yeah, just come grab me when you're ready.
Sure thing.
Okay. Scoots off.
Yeah.
Chloe's gonna go and ask around and see how many homecoming events there are.
Yeah. Trying to think if this would be a role of some kind. I don't think so. I think you just get the answer that there are typically anywhere from 3 to 5 of these activities throughout the evening. Kind of varies, but they want to give people enough time to vote if they wish. And yeah.
Got it. Chloe's gonna try and like sneak off without anybody noticing her.
All right. How far are you sneaking off? Like out of the gym, sneaking off, or?
Yes, like far enough that she can be out of sight.
Okay. I think you can. Trying to think if there's a good role for this. I'll have you assess the situation here, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Which is a roll plus superior.
Oh.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh, so you have a -3 on that skill right now, and you rolled a 4. Can you even get negative in this game?
Theoretically.
Okay. You are sure no one has noticed you leaving. Because the restrooms are outside of the gym, and like there is, some decorations made that way. Yeah, where are you actually heading to?
I'm going to. It's not so much where, it's more what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna like creep out of the gym and then like. No, it's not out of the ordinary to like go into the bathrooms. She's just gonna keep on like looking for a bathroom until she finds one that's unoccupied.
Okay.
And then she's going to fully turn into Hemlock, and she's going to power up in such a way that she's charging her powers so that she can access her burns.
Okay, so please roll to charge your powers. Okay.
That's an 8.
So that is
I
you
mark
get
a
3, but mark
condition.
condition.
All right. I already have guilty and insecure marked. I'm going to take angry because my powers didn't work earlier, and I'm like, ugh, I know I can do this, and so I do it. I just heckin' do it. And then I spend 2 flares to overcharge and make the dogwood blossoms work for me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because with overcharge, it succeeds.
Sure does.
All right. Yeah. So, trying to think of I guess, cinematically, we see that a bunch of people's like corsages and boutonnieres like let off a faint puff that is, nigh undetectable with all the different dance party lights happening. And a lot of people line up to start voting. All right. And I also I'm gonna go ahead and retcon mid-session because I realized like, this is just the generation and stuff. Like they designed like a special app. There's just like you go and scan a QR code and then you vote on your phone every so often rather than
Of course
like,
you do.
yeah, the line at the table. But yeah. Well, so they still want everyone to go there first and like scan the original QR code so that they know it's like, one person per vote or whatever, a way to like safeguard against rigging. But as this pollen puff happens, almost everyone is pulling out their phones to vote, whereas some maybe weren't going to bother. And so there is like a quick scrum over to the table to get the app if they hadn't already. All right.
And she powers down and sneaks back into the gymnasium.
Okay. Trying to think what to do next. Yeah, so next we will have one of the slow songs come on. I don't really have music for it, unfortunately. We'll this is like the one slow peaceful song I have in the playlist at the moment. That might not even be loud enough for you all to really hear it. We'll just put the Americana back on. This would be a terrible slow song to dance to. But yeah, we'll say that this comes on, Chloe, just as you are like stepping back into the gymnasium. First I'll offer it up to the players. Do you ask your dances or your dates to dance, or are you waiting for them to ask you?
Subrina doesn't wait.
Yeah,
she just assumes.
Okay, so yeah, both your dates agree. And Professor even follows after you two, Subrina, and like just kind of does a like happy little circle around the two of you.
I do a come here and like try to get him to stand up and dance with us.
And he does, and like you both take one of his paws and help him like stay standing up. Kevin, as you and Anna dance, she'll compliment you on your dancing, aware enough that this is something that you may want some reassurance on, perhaps. But then we'll also say, I know that most of the lacrosse team has been voting for the two of us, so hopefully at least that will help with the homecoming results.
Yeah, I hope it goes well. I'm not overly concerned for myself, but I hope you win, and by extension me too, because that'd be more fun. But
yeah, of course that would be the best outcome. But we shall see. Yeah, I think Anna will then like after like lets it lapse into silence for a little bit, but then so your friend Subrina, she's not jealous of us, is she?
I don't think so. I would guess not. I think she's just happy that, concerned friend kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I saw her looking my way a whole lot when we were at my place. Is she into girls? Which, it's fine if that's the case. I just want to make sure I'm reading the situation correctly, because the last thing I want to do is make things awkward between friends.
Gotcha. No, I don't think there's anything to be worried about in terms of that kind of stuff. Now, into the girls or not, I honestly don't remember. So
she hasn't been so far.
I think probably both. I think it's like I don't know. It's one of those. It's never been important to me before. She's never dated a girl, so I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I just, like I said, wanted to make sure. But yeah,
So she's staring at you a lot. I'm assuming she's just being protective of me, and that it's I was told very recently, a big metal bug man. So that it's I think there's some protection stuff.
right. Yeah, that absolutely makes sense. And you see that she kind of some tension leaves her a little bit with this conversation. Unless any of you all have other things you would like to accomplish during the slow dance.
No, I think Subrina, like, I just want to, like, maybe Sabrina's not super aware of this, but she's not giving off the vibes of, like, I'm really into you, and she's just like, we're here having fun, this is amazing.
Yeah, yeah, and, what am I trying to say here? Yosef does not seem, like, super bummed about that. He is not, like, fawning over you by any means.
Yeah. He's a little awkward, but not because he's like a mouth breather.
Yeah, no. He's just an awkward guy. Yeah. So the slow dance wraps up. The dance music picks back up. And yeah, got a few more songs in until once more the MC comes back out and asks for the music to go down. And all right, everyone, we are ready for the next homecoming activity. If our finalists could please make their way to the stage, and if we could get the lights up. And you see that what has been wheeled out onto the stage is kind of like if you took a skee ball thing, but like turned it into just a straight up and down vertical thing. So it's basically like if you turned cornhole straight up instead of like at a diagonal on the ground. And you see that there is a table with a bunch of bean bags and then also blindfolds as well. And so, all right, everyone, this next challenge is to test the acumen of your potential homecoming royalty. And so what we will be doing is you will don the blindfold, we will spin you around, and then you will try and get your beanbag into the highest value holes. And, again, like with the skee ball thing, it's like the small ones up in the corners are worth the most, and then, the bigger ones are worth fewer points. So
Subrina eyes Kevin like, totally gonna win this. That's not fair.
So that is the question here. They are going to kind of go in reverse order here. So Anna is up first this time. So she spins around, blindfold on, spins around, a little bit unstable, but she, like, given that she's on the lacrosse team, fairly athletic, and so chucks her beanbag very confidently, and it gets not into one of the the small upper corner ones, but into like the second smallest of the main circles. So pretty good shot. And there's plenty of applause. Kevin, you are up next. They put the blindfold on you. Are you going to use your powers in any way for this?
Yeah, 100% X-ray vision, and just gonna plink the highest value. I'll get a little super strength on there just to make sure I don't have to compensate for like gravity or anything. I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Trying to think if there's a role that I want to have you do for this. because I think you absolutely, you know, nail the shot, but whether
Put a little too much mustard on that beanbag, kind of thing.
no, I'm just I am keeping track of things internally for this. Okay, so yeah, you nailed the shot and you know, lots of applause and some whoops from the crowd. Sabrina, you are up next. Do you use any kind of powers for this, or
I don't know if I can without, like, with it being, I can make myself have more eyes, but I feel like there might be, everyone's gonna see that. So I'm just gonna hope for the best.
okay?
Do you want me to roll to directly engage the threat?
Let's just do a flat 2d6 here, which is one of the options on the sheet.
Oh, right. Where?
At the bottom of the left,
Oh.
under the reject influence.
I see you. That's an 8.
Okay. Yeah. So we will say that you know, you get the same scoring zone as Anna got. You know, again, plenty of applause for you.
As the next person goes, I slide up next to Kevin and I go, cheater.
Yeah, of course.
Just a big laugh from Subrina.
Let's see. Next up, we've got Kyle, who he tries to chuck his like a football, which actually backfires on him a little, and it goes in one of the like bigger circles. Then we have Kimberly from the debate team, who gets the bullseye one. And so, other than Kevin, has scored the best so far. And then Wally goes up next, and they seem the most out of balance as they spin around, but they just how the beanbag slips from their fingers, it actually like just barely lands in one of the upper corner ones and then slides in. And so there's again a lot of applause for them there from that.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you to our homecoming royalty. Well, homecoming finalists. We will have the next activity in again another 20 minutes. But until then, you all get back to having a good time. And the music comes back up, and you see the stage crew once again like moves the things off. They don't seem to be moving anything back on just yet. And as you all are making your way off the stage, there's just very briefly like a burst of static in the speakers, and the lights kind of flicker for a moment. And it like everyone does the kind of like flinch thing, but it quickly goes back to it, and you see the DJ kind of like checking some things and like looking off stage and just gesticulating, but it seems to be going fine again.
Kevin, are you ready to dance?
Sure, yeah. Anna's all right if I
sorry.
do the dance now?
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I'm gonna go check in with some of the lacrosse team. I'll be back with you soon.
All right.
And,
How are you finding it? The whole dance. How are you finding it?
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. I'm gonna be kind of half. Listen, I am gonna be X-ray visioning. I'm paranoid of dances after the last dance, and I'm gonna just be looking around a little bit. Doing
I was like, what?
Is anything going on? Like checking the roof. Is there anyone up there?
Yeah, no, you check around, and there doesn't you don't see anyone or anything. You see some of the teachers and students out in the hall who have, stepped outside. The teachers who are like checking to make sure that students don't suddenly leave unattended, or what am I trying to say? Teachers are when you're at a school event, teachers are responsible for your well-being, and so like if a student needs to leave, the teachers need to be aware of that. And so, but yeah, no, you don't see anyone who seems out of place. You do see, some people have snuck off to the locker rooms and are making out back there, but that's not out of place per se.
Any of the couples particularly gossip worthy?
Sure. Let's say that you are vaguely aware of this just because it was like the talk of the school for a while, but there was the heads of the crochet club and the knitting club have been publicly at odds with each other, but you see that they are the ones who are making out in the locker room.
I will tell Subrina of this.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, they're doing it right now.
Wow. We shouldn't say something, right?
I mean, I think it'd be weird if we started it while it was happening.
Yeah. No. Maybe if they actually get, maybe if I see them fighting again, I'll be like, oh, didn't I see you guys sneak off together? Like.
Yeah. Just. Well, I don't know. I guess if they wanted to be a secret.
Oh, I guess that's true. That would be mean, huh? But we know.
Yeah. Yeah. We will know. Obviously, Chloe will then know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And
we have to text Roz too. Roz would absolutely freak out. Are you having a good time then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you went from being like not involved in school stuff to like being with the popular kids, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it's a little more boring than I thought it would be.
Really?
Yeah. Do you need to pick up a...
No, it's okay. It wasn't something liquid.
Okay.
It's just cat problems, If it's liquid, I usually get up and run. Yeah, so, do you want to do anything after this?
I mean, I'll see what... I don't want to just ditch on Anna. It's not her fault.
Yeah.
I just don't think I'm big on dances. It's probably what it is. I thought maybe since I could dance, it would be more fun, but really it's just... Now I'm here dancing, too. So.
Yeah. Are you, interested in Anna?
I mean, sure. I don't really know her. She seems not... Now that we're getting away from the, she's bossing everyone around stuff, it's a little bit more fun.
That's good. I hope for the best for you.
Well, thanks. Oh, she did say that you were looking at her a lot and wanted to know if you were jealous. So
no.
Or Kevin... if you were into girls.
Oh, well, no and no. I just want to make sure that you're having a good time since this is your first, dance in the visual, in the public eye, I just want to make sure you're having a good time and that you're, just protective.
That was kind of what I was thinking. All right. Yeah.
I mean, you're really hot now.
Thanks.
You were good looking as a bug too.
Maybe for bugs.
Well, I'm a six-legged alien from, six-limbed alien from outer space, so my taste is a little eclectic.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
But yeah, I'm just glad that I know that I didn't want it to be overwhelming you going from the not being in the public consciousness to being everything in the public consciousness,
Gotcha. I mean, I don't know. People are I'm talking to Anna and stuff, but it's not like people are trying to talk to me all day or anything like that. So it's been
No,
fun.
but they're definitely noticing you, and if you win, they're definitely gonna talk to you more.
Oh, well. Nah, I'm not gonna throw it. Oh.
I don't think you can at this point. I saw a lot of people voting already before all the stuff's even done.
Well, I think you get to vote every time, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have totally been doing that.
I haven't voted at all, so I
Kevin?
probably should.
You can vote for yourself too.
Do you vote for a guy and a girl?
It's just 2 votes per
peoples.
round.
Okay, so you can vote for any 2 people. Got
Yeah.
it. Cool. All right. How's your date going? How's Yosef?
It's amazing. Not only do I get to hang out with Yosef, but I get to hang out with the professor. I'm the person at the party who gets to hang out with the dog and is obligated to hang out with the dog. It's incredible.
Is that a thing? Someone has to hang out with the dog at parties?
Well, they don't have to, but if you go to a party and there is a dog, you're gonna go see the dog, right?
I mean, dogs. Until very recently, dogs largely did not like me. So
That's
I
fair. That's fair. Yes. No, it is the best.
Cool.
Yeah. You're doing pretty good at this dancing thing, though. I will say.
I did some lessons with, oh god damn, I forgot the AI's name already.
Elena.
Elena.
Awesome.
yeah.
That's good. Did they talk to you about twerking?
No.
It's a really old dance style.
Elena twerk.
Oh. Well, I guess I didn't mean like that's not what I meant, but now that I said it and you said it. Oh, the song's over. Good. Okay.
Yeah. Chloe, what have you been getting up to at the moment? Anything in particular?
Not necessarily. She's
Okay.
mostly just kind of like trolling the sides of the gymnasium and like checking out watching the line at the QR code booth like rapidly deplete as people move through it.
Yep. Yeah, I'll say that as you are wandering around, you notice a couple of things. You notice first that one of the screens behind the refreshment table, and like they're of varying sizes, so it's artistic and more interesting display than just a bunch of like regular shaped screens. That one of the smaller screens seems to be stuck looping the same few seconds over and over. And it doesn't seem to be anything like too significant. It's just like a sweeping shot of the city, but given that all the other screens seem to be like cycling through different clips and like progressing for more than a few seconds at a time, it does seem a little noticeable, but also doesn't seem like anyone else has. If they've taken note of it, they're not like trying to fix it right now or anything.
Right.
And then the other thing that you notice is that Anna has wandered around and with Kevin and Subrina dancing together has gathered Yosef and Anna, and they seem to be having a brief conversation together.
I would like to creep a little bit closer to the lacrosse team and see if I can overhear their conversation.
Okay. Yes. Again, trying to think if there's a good role to do here. I guess, are you going to try and use powers in any way to get closer or hear better, or are you just relying on your human senses?
Could I listen to... Is any of them wearing a corsage?
Yeah.
I got Yosef a boutonniere. And I got something for Professor as well.
Yeah, so if you want, you could try and focus in through those flowers. I do think it would be an Unleash Your Powers roll to like shut out other inputs and only get theirs.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Roll well this time. Haha!
All right.
Low I did.
Yeah, that's an 11. So full hit. You're able to tune out not only the other floral inputs, but also like shut out the other sounds that you hear around you a bit and focus in on what you are getting from the flowers on them. And you hear, starting with Anna. Okay, so you're both good to continue with the plan, right? And then Eve says, "Yeah, no, we're still good. I think, yeah, the others are in position. We'll be ready to go." And Yosef is, looking around. Is like, I mean, I know we said that this would be the best time to do it, but are you really sure? Like, now that we're here, it's just. And Anna like puts a hand on Yosef's shoulder and she's like, "Hey, come on, get your head in the game. This is the perfect time to do it while everyone's distracted. And it's gonna be even better because everyone's here. Look, just stick to the plan, do your part, and it'll be fine." Okay, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'll just. Yep. Okay, we're good. Right, Professor? And looks down, and Professor lets out a woof. Okay. All right. So during the third activity, and they all kind of nod and then separate to go their separate ways.
They all go their separate ways?
Yeah.
Do Anna and Yosef look like they're going to like go back on the stage for their activity? Or
not just
do
yet.
They just
yeah.
fully okay, all right.
Yeah, no, Anna is going from this small group over to the lacrosse team. Yosef, you see, looks over and sees Subrina and Kevin are still dancing. Looks ever so slightly dejected and goes over to the refreshment table. And Eve, you see, leaves the gym.
Follow her.
Okay. Yeah, you follow her. It's easy. She's going to the restroom. Nothing nefarious here at the moment.
Cool. I'm gonna sit outside the restroom and text.
Okay. Anyone you're texting in particular, or
no? I'm
just
not
being
texting.
On your phone.
Yeah, I'm just on my phone and waiting for Eve to come back out.
Cool. Yeah. She does after a reasonable amount of time for someone to spend in the restroom.
Okay.
Do you engage with her or just like?
I wait until she gets back into the gymnasium and I'm gonna say, "Hey, Eve."
So before then, she would like emerge and see that you are like kind of there and on your phone, just be like, "Oh, hi, Chloe." And so she will engage with you first.
I ignore her, and then I wait until she goes back into the gym, and then I walk up and I say, "Hey, Eve."
Oh, hi, Chloe. Did you not hear me? What's up?
You want to dance?
Oh, sure. Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna pull her out onto the dance floor and dance with her.
All right.
Subrina from across the room.
No, because inquiring minds will want to know: is this just friend dancing? Or are you trying to put the moves on Eve?
This is like friend dancing, but like Chloe's really like impenetrable as far as like what her intentions are. So like she's mostly just trying to get Eve off of her her guard, and like I don't know, she's trying to get a read on her. Like, is she nervous? Like, is she scared? Like, what's her vibe when she takes her out to dance? Because like this is out of the ordinary.
Yeah. It's because again, she's got like the fragment mask on, but in like a more of a domino mask thing than like an actual a full fragment mask. And so is, kind of at first she's very clearly trying to like suss out like is this friend dancing or like what's going on, but then kind of eases into it more and is just like grooving to the music, but seems to not have too many cares right now.
Great. I'm gonna become best friends with her. In fact, like the song ends, and like if she tries to like wander off, I'm gonna invite her to another dance, and if she refuses, then I'm going to follow her and just like be in her quote unquote friend group for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, no. So like the next song, she keeps going, like kind of just a very quick like, want to keep going sort of thing, and then so yeah, the next one or two songs you keep dancing, but then after that she's like, I'm gonna grab some refreshments. Do you want any?
Yeah, sure. Like, like she still has sodas in her pocket, but like she needs to like keep up the image of wanting to hang out. So she asks for a soda.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
You know what? I'll go with you. Let's go get sodas together.
Sure. Cool. Yeah. You wander over to the refreshment table and are able to get some sodas. Just chilling at a table. Some of the other fencing club members wander over to chat with her, and she introduces you, and it's just all very normal conversations. Like, oh, you're Chloe. You're in charge of the gardening club, right?
In charge is kind of a nebulous thing. I'm just the only one who knows what I'm doing there.
Right. Yeah. Actually, Jimothy's my cousin, and like starts talking about Jimothy a little bit, and this is not Eve, this is one of the other fencing members. But and they know a little bit about plants, not as much as Jimothy does, but spend some time engaging you in plant talk, and it's like, is Jimothy okay? Like, I know he can be Jimothy.
Yeah, he's fine. Like a million different things go through her mind that she could say, and she's just, he's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, he said that gardening club is interesting, but he hasn't really elaborated, so I guess he's learning a lot from you.
I guess you could say that.
He certainly seems to enjoy it. He says it's, one of the parts of the day he looks forward to the most.
Oh, that's sweet. Well, he's not half bad at it.
He's helped us set up a garden at our own home.
Nice. Chloe's not a very good conversationalist. And she's mostly just trying to keep an eye on Eve so that she doesn't sneak off.
Yeah, no, at this point it's just kind of, you have two parallel conversations happening, you and this fencing member, Eve and the other fencing member, but yeah, just normal high school teenager conversations right now. You muted yourself. I don't know if we needed to hear that.
Not necessarily. I said as normal as it gets with Chloe.
Yeah. A little bit later, I don't know, Subrina and Kevin, do you continue to dance together? Is one of your dates going to have to come interrupt, or?
I think after like a song or two, I would go find Anna.
Yeah, I think Sabrina is. I think she starts dancing around the floor, looking for Yosef.
Yeah. After completing like half a circuit, you see that he and the professor are up on the bleachers. Got some. He's actually managed to get like a little bowl with some water in it for the professor.
And she'll
so
wander up that way.
Yeah. And then Kevin, you find Anna with the lacrosse team. Just queen beeing it up over there.
Yeah, I'll just kind of awkwardly kind of just move in and wave.
She does a good job of, here's, Kevin, you all know Kevin, right? And some of them are like, and then she's like, he used to be the big metal bug. And they're like, oh, Kevin. And like, they, give you perfunctory or, more polite than perfunctory, but, how's it going? What's it like being a person again?
I'm enjoying it. Yeah. Overall, good experience. If you ever get the chance, I suggest you take it.
I don't know, like how do you even turn into a big metal bug in the first place?
About the same way I turned back into a person. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, we're glad that you're here and having a good time.
Yeah, for sure. I hope you're having a good time.
Polite nods and yeses and such. Let's see. Yeah, we will do one more slow song before the next activity, so the music changes once again. As the music changes, for you, Subrina, Yosef actually says, like, I'm actually gonna sit this one out if you don't mind. Okay. Making sure the professor has some time to rest.
Okay, Professor, are you okay? Do you want to dance with me?
The professor gives like a tired doggy grin and licks your nose.
Aw, buddy. Okay, you rest up, buddy.
Settles down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Do you need anything? Do you want me to get you a drink or something?
Oh no, I'm good, thank you. And like holds up the like half-finished glass of punch he still has.
Okay, I'm gonna go probably find Chloe.
All right, have fun.
Bye. Trots down the stairs.
Kevin, you are asked by Anna to dance again.
Yeah, I go dance.
Yep. Chloe, you see that Subrina is making her way over to you. Eve seems to be, preparing to sit this one out as she, does not have a date here. Yeah, Subrina, you arrive and see that Chloe is sitting with some of the fencing club members.
Hey, everyone.
Hi, Subrina.
Chloe, she looks at Chloe like, is this a song? No? Okay.
Chloe kind of like gives eyes at Subrina and then she gives eyes at Eve.
She goes,
just like gesticulating like, no, you don't get it.
I don't get it. What's going I hope everybody's having a good time.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a lot of dancing.
Yeah, which is the best part of a dance.
Yeah, it is. And the two extraneous fencing club members are like, oh, we're gonna go dance. Yeah, you're right. This is a dance. We should dance.
Yeah.
And so like they go and do the arms on shoulders, arms around the waist, and just sway back and forth together.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving the two of you and Eve together.
So Eve, you and some of the teams, you guys came just together?
Yeah. I mean, not all of us have the time or the inclination to date, and so
So it's more of a polycule thing.
She wasn't drinking at the time, but you get the sense she would have had a spit take.
I'm kidding. That's just something that our one of our club members said. So I thought it was funny.
Wow, yeah, that must be awkward for you all.
No. I mean, I don't really get embarrassed about stuff, so.
Right, well, yeah, no. Yeah, no, certainly not me. I mean, maybe some of the others, you know, if they are, good for them, but no, not me.
No judgment. Everyone, as long as everyone's happy and consenting.
Yeah.
Chloe takes this conversation as an opportunity to quickly send a text to Subrina that says, Johan and Anna are up to something. Eve is in on it. Joseph, sorry.
No, please put Johan.
Yosef, I'm writing it down.
Yeah, Sabrina, she probably gets a notification on her wristband, her alien tech wristband, and she kind of, like, looks at it as, like, so, what are you guys doing after?
Oh, well, Anna was, you know, she's got some plans, you know. You all are obviously welcome to join in. And it's, you know, so for prom, she has the plans to rent out one of the local theme parks for most of the class. Yeah, but no, for tonight, it's just going to be, you know, she has, very important decision here. Is Port Arbor an IHOP or a Denny's town or a pancake house town?
Not pancake. No, it's not a Waffle House.
Yeah,
we're in the north.
House. Yeah. Is this IHOP or Denny's?
Denny's. I prefer Denny's. I'm gonna make a stance. I've never been to a Waffle House though. I've heard there are fights there, and I don't want to do that.
There's enough fighting in this city.
Yeah.
I find that in the north they typically have both.
Yeah.
All right. So just plans to take everyone who wants to a Denny's. And you know, meals will be on her.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, that's about it. Nothing terribly exciting. But you know, just letting the party go as long as people want it to.
That'll be fun. I could do a moon over my hammy.
I usually go for the Grand Slam.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot of food, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, fencing keeps you active.
That's true. My metabolism... So, what? Anyways. She's gonna, like, Chloe... Tell us more about your dress, please.
Well, it's not a dress.
Your outfit, please.
It's got pockets. Okay, so Miles Birkenstock was born in, and then she just like starts doing the Wikipedia article.
Subrina like slowly pulls out her phone and then starts texting. What do you mean? Like they're gonna go make out or something? And oh my god, that's so interesting. Also in the text, should we tell Kevin? Like what? And then she's like, oh my gosh. So like, Prismatic Dash is one of my favorite heroes, mostly because of their amazing style. And like, everyone loves an LGBTQ hero, like, right? Of course. And
he was making a lot of like polite noises and nods through this conversation as it goes back and forth.
As Subrina takes over the conversation, Chloe quickly texts, IDK, I think they're trying to cheat at homecoming. Kevin could be in on
it. she starts going out, and then she starts talking about, what was Sky? Was it Skylar?
Yeah, Skylar was Reverb.
Reverb, right. She's like, have you watched any of Reverb's like live streams? Because I know when they were with the Paladins and they were with that one squad, the one with the boy, the one with the face mask, you know?
Oh, Corvid.
Yeah, that was I think that was their best work, honestly.
I mean, yeah, the way they were able to do light and sound together.
Yeah, right? Like, it was like a rave all the time. So cool.
Yeah, Corvid's really cool. You know, I have a few theories on her powers, you know, and just Chloe like takes over so that she can text back.
Just like, I'll have to keep an eye on them. Keep me in the loop. Anyways,
Okay.
so dance? Oh, the song's over.
Yeah, as the song winds down, once again the MC takes to the stage. All right, everyone, it is time for our third activity of the evening. If we can please get our finalists to the stage.
Yeah, head up. Like, look at Kevin. Subrina is giving Kevin a look now.
Because Kevin has not received any of these texts.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so as you
I
all
was just say to Anna, like, yeah, you're right. She is looking weird at us.
I mean, it's already been a long day, a long night. People get tired and loopy. She had enough water today?
I don't know. I haven't been keeping
Did
that
she-
track.
Did you get into the spiked punch?
I have no idea. I hope not. She's got like an allergy. So
Oh, that would be really bad.
I think we would know.
Okay. So the three of you and the three others make it to the stage. And for this one, it's just coming down behind the DJ who has stepped aside for this is just like a projector screen. And the MC says, all right, for this next activity, we have a game of Guess Who. And it is going to be basically what happens here is the crew has brought out like 6 podiums for you all, and they all have like just a rudimentary buzzer on top. And it's the way this game is going to work is we are going to show you either a superhero or supervillain silhouette or give you a description, and you need to tell us who it is. Just based on buzzing in first. And yeah, so as that gets all set up, Chloe, you, I assume, are keeping a close eye on Eve and Yosef and the others.
Well, Yosef and Anna are up on the stage, right?
Yosef is not. Anna is.
Yosef isn't on stage?
He's not one of the finalists.
Oh, okay. Well, dang it! That's another person I need to keep track of. Yes, I'm keeping
is.
track of Yosef and Eve.
All right. You notice that actually Yosef comes over to Eve and you, and is just says to hi Chloe, Eve, if I probably could have timed this better, but the professor needs to go, and so I'm gonna take him outside for that. So just let Subrina know if this ends before I'm back, please. She's like, oh yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'll let her know. And so Yosef and the professor take their leave.
There's like clearly a moment from Chloe, because she's been pretty smug with herself for like keeping track of Eve for like the whole night.
Mhm.
And like she watches him go off, and she like looks at Yosef, looks at Eve, and there's like clearly like a moment of consternation for her. She's gonna stick with Eve, but she's gonna like she's going to use a power.
Okay.
I'm gonna mark my doom track for this.
Okay.
She's going to use her dark visions power.
All right.
Mark your doom track to have a vision about the situation at hand. After the vision, ask the GM a question, and they will answer it honestly. What is Yosef doing? Really?
So, what Yosef is doing is so I'm trying to figure out how we flavor this for plants, but we can figure that out.
Yosef is wearing a corsage, right?
Yeah.
Chloe just closes one of her eyes, and like a couple of petals just sort of like blink together, and an eye like opens up on that flower and looks around.
Yeah. So basically we're getting body cam footage here, and you just see Yosef is like talking to the teachers who are like watching at the entrance. And she's like, gotta take the professor outside. You know, we'll be back in a moment. And one of the teachers is like, here, let me come with you just to be safe. And Yosef's like, oh yeah, sure. And as that happens, there is a clattering down the hallway that the teachers turn towards, and it's not immediately obvious what happens, but then quickly after, they see that there are two students trying to sneak into the bathrooms together in a very giggly sort of manner. And the teacher's like, I should go. And Yosef's like, yeah, no, we'll be just outside. You know, back before you know it. And so the teacher like clearly looks torn, is like, I'm gonna go make sure that nothing inappropriate is happening over there. And Yosef and the professor make their way outside. Professor does his business, but rather than returning in right away, they actually wander around to the back of the school, out towards, you know, one of the yards. And as they are doing that, you see them approach a one of the trees in the schoolyard. And it's fall. There can be leaves on the ground. They approach over that way. Yosef kind of looks around, and is going to hold his hand out over towards the pile of leaves, and they kind of shudder and vibrate and liquefy. And you see that there is a hole underneath the pile of leaves that he and the professor go down into. And it gets a bit too dark to really see with the plants, but now, you know, they're around roots and stuff. And now that you know to like focus in here, you see that this is like a tunnel back into the school. We'll pause there and return to everyone else, or actually quickly back to Chloe in person. You feel like a tapping on your shoulder as Eve is trying to get your attention.
Yeah.
You seeing that? And like you see that she's pointing towards the screens behind the refreshment tables, and like they're all like flickering and glitching right now, and doesn't seem like most people have noticed because their attention is on the stage at the front. And as you look that way, you see that those screens go dark. The projector screen goes dark, all the lights in the gymnasium go dark as the screens flicker back on, and there's a face that you recognize, and that Kevin and Subrina would recognize as well. It is a very digitized face that is spread out. It's like on each of the screens. Some of them it's going across like multiple monitors. You recognize Screenshot, the villain that you faced in the library before. And you hear this digital voice coming over the speakers saying, "Children of Port Arbor, your friends lie to your faces, playing pretend at heroes. You are not heroes. You are merely pawns in a conflict you do not understand. You know not the scope of the struggle and the suffering that is to come for you. But I will release you from this struggle, for I am a merciful and benevolent God." And suddenly the doors that were open to the gym slam shut, and there is a hissing sound as something seems to be coming from the vents. And that is where we are going to end tonight's episode.
Ah!
Yep. Shit's going down. This school is going to have to stop having dances. Stuff keeps happening.
Yeah, we're never gonna be allowed to have a dance again. This is bullshit.
Yep. All right. But we have some end of session things. So at the end of every session, you choose one. You choose to grow closer to the team, explain who made you feel welcome. You give influence to that character and clear a condition or mark potential. And choose to grow into your own image of yourself, explain how you see yourself and why, shift one label up and another one down, or grow away from the team, explain why you feel detached, take influence over you away from another character. And let me get the party music back on for this bit. So yeah, whenever anyone is ready, and also be thinking about your stars and wishes, which we will get to after all of these.
I think Subrina, in a way, grew closer to the team without... Because, like, they're at this event together, but they're being separate. So she's kind of, like, coming to the idea of, like, we don't have to... Like, I don't have to be next to them all the time for them to be, you know, taken care of and, like, looked after. So I think that would be, like, still growing closer because she's learning about the team and stuff. And I think probably Kevin is the one she grew closer to, because she has had to be the person that's like the only person that will sit at the table with them, sort of thing. Like, I've been your friend no matter what, and now that you're like flying free, little bird, like she's like, oh.
Yeah. So, Kevin, do you already have influence over Subrina? I assume so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Cool. So you get to shift her labels, one up, one down, and Sabrina, you get to either clear a condition or mark potential.
I'm gonna mark potential.
All right.
I don't know. I feel like... Oh.
Can I give a suggestion?
Sure.
Upping my savior, downing my freak.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure,
you
that
might
makes
need
sense.
to be saving a lot of people next time.
Okay, yeah, that fits. Because yeah, I was trying to figure out. It's like it's got to up either mundane or savior, but I wasn't sure. All right.
All right. Who would like to go next? Kevin or Chloe, one of you two.
I can go. I think, yeah, for kind of like not the same kind of reasons, but a similar kind of feel of it. I think growing closer to the team, and that Kevin has felt definitely very awkward to be separated from the team. It's like he's not in a position he's normally in. This is weird. He doesn't know what to do, and he's not having a lot of fun at the dance. Not having a bad time, but it's just not not into it. So I think growing closer to the team. And even though there was the weird look at the end there, he's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe Anna's onto something. I think probably the person who's driven that point home has been Subrina. So that'll be who I would give influence to.
And then Chloe's just over here doing the spy network shit.
Mm-hmm.
But Sabrina, do you already have influence over Kevin?
Yes, I do.
Then you shift his labels 1 up, 1 down, and Kevin, you get to either clear a condition or mark potential.
What a clear condition.
All right. LB, which labels are you shifting? Or are you still deciding?
This is terrible. I'm still thinking.
All right. We can go to wings if you have your thoughts at the ready.
Yeah, I think so. I debated between growing closer to the team and growing into the image of myself. And I think I'm going to settle on growing closer to the team because Chloe is like striking out on her own and doing all of this stuff, but she's doing it all for Subrina ultimately. Like it's because she's trying to do something nice for her. And then there was also that moment where like they masterfully worked a social situation while also still being able to like communicate with one another. Like that, I feel like you have to be pretty close to be able to pull off something like that. So we're gonna do that.
I'm imagining that like you two were essentially flanking Eve, and so like as one of you said something, she would like turn to look at you, and then would like
and then the other one would
turn the other way.
Yeah, down at the phone.
Yeah.
I upped your freak and downed your superior.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Not you.
That was for Kevin, but now I think you get to do the same thing for Chloe.
You can do whatever you want.
Influence.
You can do. Your Doom track is so far.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, for the folks at home, 1 more Doom track to take the last Doom sign, and then 5 more ticks on the Doom track, and then the Doom arrives.
I'm upping your freak
Which
and
also-
downing your superior. Absolute nightmare.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Also, speaking of Chloe, you did not really make any progress on defeating your nemesis this session.
That's true. I gotta.
Aren't I your nemesis?
No.
Who is your nemesis?
For illness.
The guy who lives in my head.
Oh, right.
So that is gonna be marking your Doom track, which fills it up.
Well, no, hold the phone. Hold the phone. Wait 1 moment.
Okay.
Okay. Who marks potential for
You do as you grow closer.
All right. Well, I'm filling my potential track and I'm taking an advancement.
Okay.
Which of those things happens first?
You got the potential first. Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter. Actually, it works better for me if I mark my Doom track and then mark my final Doom sign before my Doom arrives. But don't you worry about it. It's gonna be fine.
I'm very worried about it, just so everyone's clear.
Okay.
All right.
Doom track.
And then yeah, you can take your advancement as you wish, and you can tell us if you want or keep it a mystery.
I have to actually look it up and see if it's an actual thing. I'll tell you guys about it later.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
I don't know.
Yeah, that brings us around to stars and wishes. Do people know what they have for those?
I know my star. During that social interaction that I was talking about, LB did a bunch of callbacks to like previous players and characters in the game. And I just think it's really cool when there's callbacks like that. So that's my star. My wish is to find out who won Homecoming.
Okay, but I know the gym's destroyed, but everything's digital, right? Who's the winner?
Yeah, like we need to know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
My star is gonna go to I think Kevin's realization that like I thought I was gonna enjoy this dance because I can dance now. It's the same. I still don't like it. Because that's the thing. You're like, okay, but if I do something different, like maybe I'll like it, maybe I'll enjoy it. Maybe if I have friends and I go, maybe I'll be more social. Nope. Don't want it.
Yeah.
That's very relatable. And my wish, I hope that the professor is not an old man, for one, like trapped in a dog's body or something like that, because that would be weird. I've been kissing him. And two, I hope that Subrina gets to talk to the professor, like turns into a dog and it's like, I trusted you. Fuck him. I trusted you.
We'll see if you're able to make that happen. All right, David.
All right. I think Star is going to be Alex on just coming up for stuff to do at Homecoming. Other than be like, you guys are at a dance. Like there was stuff to do. It brought a structure to it. There was natural breaks. I really appreciated that. And yeah, the general build-up was really cool of like, oh, these things are happening, but we assume it's all the other teams doing it. Yeah, so it was fun. I enjoyed it. And wish. Ooh. Yeah, I want to know what the heck these other teams were doing. What was their plan? Does it like, especially if just this what's his name, the digital dude,
Screenshot.
This screenshot interrupted it, or if he's a part. Like, yeah, I'm very curious. And if he interrupted it, I want to know what their original goal was. 'Cause it could be cheating, or I can't imagine there's anything of value to steal from the school. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious.
Maybe we'll find out.
Oh.
Let's see. For me, my star is, I think, going to go to LB for all the protectiveness over Kevin, and like, I'm the GM. I get to cheat. I mean, all of you for doing your things of like looking out for each other, and Chloe doing all the clandestine things, and Sabrina looking out for Kevin, and Kevin just doing his best here in this awkward situation. Like, I know that I would have been like completely clueless if one of the hottest girls in school had demanded that I be her date, and then be like, what am I doing? But you're holding your own there, which is good. And then my wish, I'm curious to see if y'all are going to be able to handle this with that, and also maintain your covers, like, because presumably you are going to spring into action to save everyone, but how will you make it so that it's not like, hey, where'd Kevin, Chloe, and Sabrina go?
Mm-hmm. My God, Sabrina's just gonna play like she's gonna have to like shapeshift into each one of them at some point, like, oh my god, look at that, and then we'll fly away.
Maybe.
How good's your like light stuff? Could you do illusions of us? Like
No,
Oh,
it's holokinesis, so it's like just lasers for the most part.
gotcha.
Yeah, I think it would be the Doomed playbook that can do like psychic projections or something that would be more like what you're thinking of.
That's not my powers.
It's a possible power
Oh.
set, but
It
not
is.
the one you took.
I do have the infinite powers ability where I can it's a doom sign. I can mark the doom track to use an ability from any playbook.
Do that too with my the newborn move of I can just do
Oh.
a power. I can do any power.
And it doesn't kill you.
Nope. I just mark
Well-
a condition.
Chad is demanding that you stop trying to kill Chloe.
Yeah.
Okay, to appease chat, I did wind up taking the advancement that wipes a doom sign, so we're good. We're super good.
You have delayed the inevitable. All right, yeah. But that is going to do it for us tonight. We should be back in 2 weeks to see how this homecoming concludes. The next time this channel is scheduled to be live is Thursday for our Elegance and Vigilance campaign. Good Society with D&D, Regency era vigilante shenanigans. Yeah, we've only had the one episode, but we've all been in our like vigilante personas, so we've not yet had the chance to see how our civilian personas are and interact with each other. And obviously, they don't know. Never the twain shall meet. Twain, two? I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be your good old classic masked identities and that sort of fun stuff there. But it's also, like I said, the second episode, so a great time to hop in. But yeah, that is going to do it for us tonight. Anyone got things they would like to plug or promote before we go? DanaeKeener.com. And until next time, good games and good night, Internet.